Hey, this is Jeff Grossman from Saints 11. We're talking about Who I Am, Who We Are for the new single Who I Am that we released off our I'll Be Fine record. It's our newest release. And we're talking about our musical influences, and mine goes way back from like Buck Owens, Conway Twitty, even like Dwight Yoakam, you know, back in the day. I love that old honky tonk stuff. But I've also got roots in like the hair metal bands. Believe it or not, I used to have long hair, you know. So, but anyway, it's a pretty wide range of musical influences. You know, I was really into the blues at one time, you know, in high school, and like Stevie Ray Vaughan, of course, and old Delta blues. But even further back than that, I started playing guitar when I was 10 years old. And my parents and my grandparents grew up around the Waco area. So on one side of the family, we were in dance halls, and you know, and that all the kids got to go. So I was sitting on the stage watching the bands play with their steel guitar and fiddle and all that cool stuff. And then on the other side, it was like gospel, bluegrassy type stuff, like family reunions. They would all be sitting around playing, you know, good gospel tunes and stuff like that. So that's my influence, and that's who I am musically, I guess you would say.
First and foremost, Tommy Lee, King of Caveman playing. Good, solid, simplistic, driving beat kind of drummer. That's what I long for, especially in this band. Just to be that bus driver, have everybody hop along with me. As far as like say technical type drummers, Rob Stankiewicz, who is one of my best friends, basically a brother. He's been on albums all over the world. Extremely progressive player, very, very technical. So I look up to him as far as the technical aspects. And when it comes to more of Americana feel, somebody like Kenny Aronoff, just complete and total Americana. You know, just that good, solid, homegrown type of drumming. So those, I would have to say, if there were three, those would be the big three for me. What got me into music, golly, you know, my brother, when I was really young, you know, I got all of his Kiss 8-tracks and Foghat and Nazareth 8-tracks and all that stuff. So I was drawn to rock and roll early, and you know, tried to play guitar. Didn't work for me. Started playing drums and was in a band within the first week after I started playing. I didn't know what I was doing, but you know, was playing, and just had a lot of fun playing drums. And I'm more of an entertainer than a player, so I want to make sure people are having a good time, and that's playing live is my thing. I just love playing live. You know, it's just it's the biggest thing for me. It's just being that entertainer. So, and I guess I've always been one my whole life and didn't realize it, but that's the big thing. It's just being able to play for people, taking them away from their daily life, you know, for 2 or 3 hours, and letting them do something different with their world for a little bit. So, entertainment.
I don't really have any influences. It's just kind of the way that is. No, I got started playing bass. Buddies of mine in high school I ran around with all had a band. I had the long hair and the look and everything, but I didn't actually play anything. Everyone always asked me what I played, and I just kind of laughed at them. One night we roadied for him down, I think it was in Stephenville. Anyway, played a house party. Short of the story is, singer got drunk, passed out, fell into the drums. Buddy of mine who was playing bass was supposed to be playing guitar, but he just kind of walked over and sat it down beside me, and he was like, "Hey dude, you should play bass." And so I started playing bass, and that's pretty much the story of how I got started. Not much to it. As far as influences goes, lots of AC/DC, lots of rock and roll, lots of country, lots of punk. That sums it up. And now I play for Saints 11. Not a bad gig. Really cool guys. It's a little more country than I'm used to, but I think it'll work itself out.
I got into playing classical violin when I was 6 years old because I I saw it was actually on Sesame Street. I saw somebody playing the violin on Sesame Street, and I begged my parents for one. They were just kind of blew it off for a while. And finally, at 6 years old, they told me, okay, we'll go ahead and get you one. I started taking lessons from Dallas Opera violinist, and I played classical music up until I was about 18 years old. And then back in high school, I did some fiddle competitions on the side. One of my best friends, his family had a bluegrass band. I got into the bluegrass music, and I started playing fiddle competitions with him and his family, traveling around Texas doing that. And I quit playing fiddle I quit playing after about 19 years old. I quit playing and took about a 5-year break, and then got back into it. Decided I wanted to play country music of all things. So I got into the Texas country scene, and I've been playing ever since. I've played with several Texas country artists and landed on with these guys at St. Slevin, a bunch of great guys, and I enjoy playing with these guys. And a lot of my influences for the country music are like the old style, like Bob Wills type music and old Texas swing. And then I'm also a big fan of Randy Rogers, fiddle player. He's got a lot of influence on my style, and just those type of musicians there. I also, you always got to go back to the classical. I got a lot of influence from the classical music, but all the country is going to be all the old styles, set Western swing, and then some of the newer fiddle players.